Hey guys, Katie here. Hey, listen, today I'm going to be talking about, and I was actually reminded this morning, of how, you need to really recognize your weaknesses and you have to learn how to focus on your strengths if you want to move forward in life. There's a lot of things that can be stopping us from reaching our goals, and I can certainly raise both hands and both feet when it comes to saying I have a tremendous amount of weaknesses. And you know what? I finally reached a point in my life when I genuinely started working on my own heart where I was like, I'm okay. I'm okay that I'm weak here. There's some things I'm not okay with where I'm weak. There's some things that I'm not okay with that I'm still working on because I'm not some righteous, perfect person. As a matter of fact, in high school, the truth is I was a CD student. I was good at sports. In order to, read a 50-page book, it took me weeks, and I still struggle with reading sometimes. I'm actually very auditory. I'm extremely auditory. I can hear things, I can see things, but reading, it's like for some reason I have a disconnect with reading. But it's why I actually still do it every single day. I read every single day because I know it's one of my weaknesses. But it doesn't mean that it keeps me from things of wanting to do in my life. One of the things that I do is I work at home full time on the internet, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and I help other people do the same. But at the same time, there's also things that I am not really strong at that I'm in the process, and I actually am right now, of hiring those things out because those are not my strengths. Those are not my strengths. They're just not. And I wish they were sometimes, but at the same time, I'm not a very detail-oriented person. I'm not. But there's 3 things that needed to change in me in order to reach that point. Because in order to scale up in your life, okay, a lot of people like to do everything, and this was me. I wanted to clean the house. I don't mind cleaning the toilets. I don't mind doing the lawn, mowing the lawn and all these different things. I don't mind doing all of that. I really don't. But, when I lost my job in 2009 and I went to go work from home full time because I was tired of my daughter being in daycare 60 hours a week, I had to learn how to let people do other things. Guys, and here's the thing. Here's the truth. The truth is, it's taken me almost 4 years to let go of things that I should not be doing. To really trust someone else to do it. Because I want things done a certain way. And that's just a control thing. And, there's nothing really wrong with having an understanding of a direction you want to go. But now it's learning how to discern the right people to work with that can make it happen for the right price or whatever. You have to really learn how to scale up in business. And so these are things that genuinely had to change in me so I can stay focused on my strengths, which is gathering people, which is making the money, which is making things happen. When I'm not focused on all those things, I get no results, I make no income, and it's no fun. It's really not. That's one of the first things. One of the second things that I had to look at with myself was I had to really look at my results. If I was trying to reach a certain goal, maybe in business or maybe with my body, maybe you're reading this or listening to this and it's like, I really have goals with weight loss or something, and you're never really reaching those goals. You have to honestly look at your results and what you've done in order to get those results. If you've done nothing, you've done nothing. Or you have to look at what was productive, like what actually got the result, right? So when you actually look at that, you'd be shocked on what little you need to focus on, what actually gets you the result, instead of focusing on what you're not doing. I used to focus on what I was doing wrong instead of what I was focusing on doing right. And that was a weakness in me. It really was absolutely a weakness in me. And I used to beat myself up about a lot of things. And I finally reached a point in myself where I was just like, I had to start focusing and celebrating that I was doing really good things. You know what I mean? Instead of constantly doing everything wrong. I used to think I did everything wrong and that I wasn't worthy enough to deserve more things in life and things like that. And that stemmed from some childhood issues that I have since worked on. The third thing, and this is one of the most powerful things before I end this video, is I had to start looking at what I responded to. This was a weakness in me that needed to change. I was responding to things, I'm part Irish, And I'm a little bit of a fighter. I'm the youngest of 6 kids, so I've had to learn how to fight, and that's how I became a really fast runner at a young age. And I responded to a lot of things that got me in trouble, and but over time, that carried into jobs, it carried into running other companies, because I used to run health clubs for almost 17 years. It carried into business for myself. I couldn't, certain jerk-offs, I just wanted to punch them. I mean, I was really one of those people that was like, let me just punch you. And people would ask me questions, and I felt like I had to argue back, I used to do those kind of things, and I had to recognize that had to change in me, because when I started to actually, here's one thing that was really powerful. When I actually started to change me, okay, when I genuinely worked on stopping to control everything, I was really looking at my results and focusing on what I was doing right instead of what I was doing wrong, and I stopped responding to things that did not serve me in my life, I found out that I had a pretty awesome heart. I found out, actually, I'm in this process, I am crying over everything. It's sometimes it's a little bit annoying lately, but it's like I have this genuine heart for people. And it's growing in me stronger every day, and it's kind of freaking me out because it keeps me up at night sometimes. That's how much I care about people. And I was one of these people prior to that I was a very angry person growing up, but it also stemmed from a lot of childhood issues, things that I've had to overcome. And I've always felt this constant guilt and shame. And because of that, I didn't smile a lot growing up. I just didn't. And it carried into my adulthood, and now I have to consciously think about smiling, because, guys, to tell you the truth, I truly believe, and I'm saying this about myself because you need to say these things about yourself, is that I believe my smile is one of my greatest attributes, and I'm not focusing on my strength. You see what I'm saying? There's these little things that we don't pay attention that are awesome within ourselves, which people really enjoy seeing. They want to see your heart. They want to see who you are. They're okay with seeing your weaknesses. And these are things that had to change in me. And as I genuinely focus on them, I start looking at myself. I say, you know what? I'm a pretty good person. But these are things you've got to tell yourself, because there's nothing more powerful than saying, you know what? I love myself. Because you have to love yourself before you love other people. You really do. And it does take courage to love. It does take courage to encourage others. And it's one of my most favorite things to do. Actually, my favorite thing to do is to believe in people. But, it even took me time to get there in my life, right? Because I've been through a lot of pain in my life where people have really, I've allowed to damage my heart and not trust people, right? Well, you got to let go of that control, because people are always going to screw up. That's the truth. They're always going to screw up. And you have to decide what you're going to receive in your life, and you have to decide what you're going to let go in your life. And that's what's going to help you grow. That's what's going to help you mature. If you're constantly responding, if you're constantly attacking people or whatever, friends, this will hurt you in the long run, because whatever you reap, you sow. It's just the truth. So I hope this blessed you today. Please, I'm actually going to... go over to my Facebook page, my fan page. I try to give as much valuable content as I can to just hang out with me. Every day I'd like to think of inspiring ways that can help other people. Struggles that I've genuinely been through that could help you. I don't know. I'm willing to take that risk, though. I really am, for the people, because that's how much I believe in you. So take care, be blessed, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.